Welcome to InTuneDeep Tarot. Thank you for tuning in. I am doing a all signs love reading, and I did like a pre-shuffle meditation type session before I chose to dive in. And here are two cards that came out, two archetype oracles, and um, we have the threshold and the mirror. I feel like a lot of us, a lot of you, the collective, have been going through purges of all kind. That could be romantic relationships, purges when it comes to family members, career change. This Pisces full moon that just passed a couple days ago really highlighted things in our lives that needed attention. And so I did a little bit of a pre-shuffle and tried to see what the energy was. And as I was setting up, these two cards came out, and so did a couple other messages. This mirror card was very interesting, and I would like to read Kim Kranz's interpretation of her deck. This is the archetypes guidebook. So it says mirror, the reflection, the illusion, the looking glass. We look into mirrors every day without recognizing them as portals into another realm. They shatter, flatter, distort, reflect, and project an image back to us that we deem to be true. The energy of the mirror is all about self-perception. When the archetype of the mirror appears, we are in the mythic land of Narcissus, who saw himself reflected in a pool and fell in love with his own image. So compelled by his reflection, he could not turn away, a fixation that eventually led to his death. Recognize the power and danger of the mirror. It is a construct, one that may drive a shard between you and your true self. The mirror contains trickster energy. Put the phone down, stop with the comparisons, and let the mirror stand empty for a while. Rest with the one inside. When light, witnessing a deeper self, pure awareness. When dark, narcissism, comparison, and harsh edges. Go deeper, yayois, kasama, infinity mirror rooms. So I guess that's like a painting or a piece of art that you could reflect on. It also says speak to yourself gently and kindly in the mirror. If you feel awkward at first, it is a sure way to become friends with yourself. Another passage on this page says, for further reflections, read the poem I Am Not I by Juan Jimenez and Yoko Ono's Mirror piece in Grapefruit. So those are some other things to dig deeper when it comes to the mirror. I feel like this relationship that you are either in, coming out of, or still pondering on, the one that it's still on your mind heavy, that you still kind of think about in the back of your mind. You may be with this person, you may be not connected with this person, you may be sort of in this limbo, but I feel like you're almost at a situation. Sorry for the traffic, people are going crazy. It's like the end of summer around here, so people are just riding out their motorcycles. But anyway, what's interesting that I just saw is this moon energy. Whenever we have full moon energy, I feel like anxiety is heightened. Emotions are heightened. Things are highlight and lit up in our lives that need attention. And it's also a time of letting things go. I feel like this is a situation in which you are thinking about letting go. It may not serve your highest good anymore. Someone may try to come back and have some sort of conversation with you to try to restore the justice and tell you that, oh, I think that you're the love of my life and I see you as my wish fulfillment. And then there's going to be some sort of shock. Or you may have had a shock and a heartbreak, and now you're looking at things a bit differently. Before you were thinking and feeling this situation through with your heart, but now you're looking at things a bit more sternly. Like this card here, which is the Father of Knives, the King of Swords. You're in your logic now when it comes to this energy nowadays. You're no longer stuck with just thinking with your heart and just feeling things out in an emotional state. You are now thinking about things more logically and what will serve you, and that's a good place to be in, because when you have a balance between your head and heart, it's a better place for you, instead of just being all mind and not thinking with your heart, or being all emotions and not having any logic. You can get really stuck in that Neptune energy, or you can really get stuck in your head and in your mind and have too much of that Mercury energy. And right now, things are a bit heavy because we are in a Mercury retrograde, so be careful with that also. I'm going to go on and read the threshold. Here's the threshold. I'm going to read it from the book because I just feel like these cards came up for a reason, and I don't want to skip a word or anything. I just kind of really feel like it's meant. The threshold, the door, the gate. I am so sorry for the microphones. Mercury retrograde. Sorry about that. I had to cut the video. Like, I had to pause it because someone was like revving up their engine for like a minute straight. All right, so anyway, the threshold, the door, the gate, the initiation. I'm all tongue-tied. This Mercury retrograde really does have an effect on your speech. I didn't think so, but I'm usually someone who's not so tied over my words, but here we go. We cross thresholds continually, contagiously, and unconsciously. Doorways, gates, and entryways grace our path on a daily basis. When this card arises, it signifies that the precipice you stand upon is not your typical one. Excuse me. You have arrived at a threshold of initiation, here to usher you into a new reality. It requires you to leave behind the you that you thought was so well formed. A new frontier calls. This is not easy work. Threshold initiation means a part of you will be lost in order to make space for what is next. A metaphorical death must occur. Some may not recognize you. You may struggle to recognize yourself. The ground seems to crumble as you free fall into your new reality. This is the liminal realm. One step, dear friend. Just take the one necessary step toward the future that calls you. In Hindu mythology, Ganesh is the ultimate gatekeeper. Look to the great elephant god for support. Hecate, Janus, and Mention are also watching over you. Crossing a threshold may not always be voluntary. Sometimes we are thrown across the boundary through circumstances far beyond our control. Either way, we cannot go back. I feel like with this energy, with this love, with this connection that's also going through, I think there's some personal things that are going on, but when it pertains to this love situation, I feel like this mirror, you're getting things that are mirroring back some of the things, some of the traumas, and some of the inner child issues that need shedding. Those things are going to shatter away as you start to heal. And this threshold, it's like you have to give yourself permission to cross this threshold and say, you know what, this is the new me. Even if people don't recognize the old me anymore because I'm now the new me, they either need to hop on the train of getting to know the real you, the new you, or they're going to be left out and lost. I feel like you can take friends and family and situations and romantic partners and jobs if it fits the new you. The new you is the new emerging you that is coming into your soul purpose, coming into what makes you happy, coming into those things that feed your soul. And if people can't really get down with that, then it may be time that, you need to love some of those people from a distance, because if you're not okay, first and foremost, how can you be okay looking yourself in the mirror? Crossing that threshold will be something that will feed your soul. And trying to stay what other people see you as, or well, this person thinks that I'm always nice and kind and always have a smile on my face, so I need to always present myself as that way. I think we have to start being ourselves. A lot of us were pushovers in the past, and now we have this justice energy that's like, you know what, I can be kind, but I don't have to be a pushover. I can be nice and kind, but I don't have to be someone who is self-sacrificing just to keep a smile on someone else's face. We have to have that balance. You see these scales, there needs to be equal give and take in your relationships. Do you see this 9 of baskets? This is your wish fulfillment. This is your goals. What does that look like for you? Sometimes that may, you need to sacrifice some of the things and some of the people who are in your life to make room for the blessings that need to come in. Some of those negative relationships and people who are in your life who are naysayers, who didn't encourage you, need to fall by the wayside so you can have better energy around you so that you can attract your future. It may be a shock to you when you become this new person and you don't get the support from the people who you thought you would. Could be family, could be romantic partners, but you will be in shock when you start to see you emerging, you transforming from that caterpillar to that butterfly, from being down to being up high, to being in lower vibrations to being into higher vibrations. A lot of people may be shocked that you're changing, but you may also be shocked for the people who are you are leaving behind. This may be a very heartbreaking thing. In this purging season, you will be heartbroken and you will feel like you're alone. But understand that this shedding is necessary. And if people want to take a break from you and then come back, it doesn't mean that people will be gone forever. But in this season of your life, you may find a lot of situations where you are by yourself, or some people who you thought were for you aren't. And that can be very heartbreaking and a harsh reality for you to face. Again, with that Father of Knives, that King of Swords energy, we need to start being more discerning. How are we going to show up for ourselves? How are we going to, we have to start treating ourselves a certain way, being logical. If we treat ourselves with respect, we need to have people around us treat us like that as well. We may need to start cutting people out of our lives, cutting habits out of our lives, and cutting certain behaviors out of our lives so that we can actually emerge as the people we need to become to meet our goals. With this last card, I do feel like there is someone who may be coming back into your energy, who may travel to come see you, who may try to do all they can to come see you. And I want to pull some cards to see what the intentions are behind that energy. What is the intentions of the person coming back with this Eight of Sticks? What divine messages do we have for the person and their intentions when they come back? Someone may want to come back to collaborate on some sort of project. Maybe, again, with the Justice card, they may want to come back to restore the justice and the connection, restore the balance. Maybe start to try to be kind. Let's see what their intentions are. Let's get a couple more cards out. With that Three of Pentacles energy too, they may need some sort of help, but see if it's not just someone who's trying to use you for your resources and your smarts, and if they really do need help and you can extend yourself to that and it's not disrupting your life, or you don't feel like you're being used, then go ahead and do so. But other than that, be very discerning and think with your logical mind. I feel like someone is going to be coming in. This is the Seven of Wands in reverse. It came out reversed. I don't read reversals, but when they come out reversed, I do read them as such. I feel like this person will come in with their guard down. If they've been guarded in the past, they will be coming in a bit more open. Someone wants to come in and start a new cycle, ending all the old crap, beginning on a new cycle with you. In bottom of the deck, we do have the Ace of Swords. You're going to have to really dig in your intuition to see if this person is true. This is the Sword of Truth. This is someone who wants to come in with clarity and truth. But you're going to feel that out. If this person has matured and actually changed, you will see that and feel that. But again, use your intuition. This is for some of you, not all of you. Some people may come back and just still want to see if they have access to you, but don't allow that. Okay? So that's all I have for you. If you're interested in a personal reading, that information is in the description box. If you're interested in entering into my free reading giveaway for September, if you donate to the channel, you will be entered into a raffle, and I'll be picking someone at the end of the month. And I think that's all I have. Thank you so much for your likes and support. Subscribe to the channel if anything has resonated. Also, my email, if you need to get in touch with me, is in the description box as well. Thank you so much for all of your support, all of your views. I really do appreciate the support and just the growth of this channel because I'm new to YouTube. I really appreciate you. Until next time, talk to you soon.